to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, this video goes up early for members, and I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. This video, again, is about something that is transpiring right now with a game that either you know of or a game that you love. And honestly, in all seriousness, this should not be happening. But if you're watching this video after the members have watched it for probably a day or so, then I want to say thank you for showing up. Like, follow, and subscribe, share it out. I go live Monday through Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on the weekends, I drop videos. Now, Halo Studios, formerly 343, has a lot of controversy. I think the studio itself is kind of plagued, honestly, even changing the name. But based upon all the information that has transpired, we're going to dig into this, brought to you by Insider Gaming. And if you haven't got the Insider Gaming app, I suggest you go do so. But former art director Glenn Israel has some seriously damaging claims leveled at Microsoft and Halo Studios. With all seriousness, we take these allegations very, very seriously. Because I believe people are innocent until proven guilty. But if someone has the cojones enough to bring a complaint, you take it seriously, you vet it, then after vetting said complaint, you come to your determination. Now, I know a lot of times public opinion can be harsh without all the facts. We're just going to talk about the facts as we see it so far, and then we're going to get into what we think happened over at 343 or Halo Studios, formerly 343, in reference to the termination of former art director for 17 years at the studio, Glenn Israel. This is brought to you by Robert DeFalice over at Insider Gaming. If you know about the Insider Gaming app, I suggest you go over there and check it out, because Lords After Dark, where myself, Lord Cognito, Lord Attic, and Lord Sovereign talk candidly about the industry. Go over to the Lords After Dark and check out the Insider Gaming app. The veteran Halo developer accuses the studio of numerous unethical and unlawful acts. Now, I'm going to lay this stuff out to you. Now, this was brought to us last year, where it was Glenn Israel, former art director, and he's been there for 17 years over at Halo Studios, formerly 343. And he was there from the inception, really, honestly. His departure from the new Halo campaign Evolve project kind of set people on edge, because we felt that Halo itself was having an issue. Now, undoubtedly, there will be claims made in this article, and there will be rebuttals. I will give you both. We will talk about this. But there was no way that this was going to show up today without me addressing it in some form or fashion, based upon the severity of the allegations. Harassment, collusion, making false claims. It's a ton to unpack here. And I want to be sensitive to Glenn Israel's call to arms. Because let's not forget, we won't victim blame, we won't victim shame. Everyone has a voice, and everyone should be heard. With that being said, there's always two sides to a story, with the truth sometimes lying somewhere in the middle. Now, last year, Glenn Israel could not talk. He said that he will talk next year, sometime around April. Well, it's April. And it was based upon us knowing that he probably signed an NDA. Glenn Israel worked at the Halo franchise for 17 years. He began in April 2010, but left the studios in October 2025. In a LinkedIn post, Israel states that between January 2024 and June 2025, he witnessed several unethical, unlawful acts by senior staff at the studio, including, but not limited to, blacklisting, fraud, rampant favoritism, cronyism, manifesting as hiring and career growth interference, with multiple harassment campaigns designed to provoke the constructive discharge of unwanted employees otherwise in good standings. Now, that is damaging within itself. He goes on to say that he filed several complaints with Microsoft's HR. Then in June 2025, a senior global employee relations representative threatened retaliation on first contact and promised to quash any further investigation. Israel goes on to accuse the representative of engaging in a 4-day-long harassment to manufacture a cause for his termination in July 2025. Very damaging. Further complaints from Glenn Israel regarding Halo studio staff. In the second post, he says he suspects Microsoft routinely contrives and exploits layoffs to get rid of employees who file proper and effective complaints. Also, he suspects that organizations and investigations within Microsoft's HR department are deliberately compartmentalized to create plausible deniability. I know that our industry is truly in dire straits now. But as a matter of public interest, I cannot in good conscience recommend seeking employment at this organization or continuing there if you have any other option. Your effort and expertise are not respected. You are not fairly compensated. If you refuse to engage in political gamesmanship, your career will stall. If you object, you will be forced out. And I have evidence you are not safe. The evidence part is the part that means the most. My biggest question was, did he have people to back him up? In complaints like this, there are other people that are still employed that would be necessary to corroborate your accusations. Other staffers would reply to these posts saying that they witnessed similar behavior and that it happened to them as well. Robin Kane, who worked as a business administrator at Halo Studios until May 2025, stated that she witnessed and experienced harassment. Tyler Davis, who has experience working on South Park, The Stick of Truth, and a Studio A on the data science team for Xbox, as well as the community support team for 343 Industries, also expressed support for Israel. They definitely did a lot of us dirty to cover some messed up stuff. It's hard to hold the actual people who make decisions accountable. Those controlling the narrative make it so that just doesn't work, Davis stated in his reply. I wish people doing the work nothing but the best. Some of the management is amazing, folks, but there are those who wanted to fire every single artist, and they told me that bluntly. It's these things coming from former employees that weakens the stance and credibility of the claims based upon the thought process of being bitter or spiteful. in your termination. Microsoft offers a small comment on the matter. On April 4th, Microsoft released a statement on Windows Central regarding the allegations. They emphasized that they would take all claims seriously. However, they stated that they will not address the issue publicly out of respect for the employees. Out of respect for our employees, we do not publicly discuss individual employees' issues, but we do take all claims seriously for both current and former employees. That is the gist of it. I got some more stuff that I want you to listen to, and we're going to get right back to this discussion. Now, I'm going to let my assistant give you Glenn Israel's claims about what transpired. We'll be right back.
Former Halo Studios art director Glenn Israel has recently posted serious allegations on LinkedIn against Microsoft and Halo Studios, formerly 343 Industries, leadership following his departure in late 2025. Core allegations. Israel claims that between January 2024 and June 2025, he witnessed or was subjected to unethical conduct. This includes allegations of fraud, blacklisting, and rampant cronyism or favoritism in hiring and career growth. Retaliation. He alleges that after filing complaints with Microsoft HR in June 2025, a global employee relations GER representative threatened him with retaliation during their first contact. Constructive dismissal. He describes a 4-day period of harassment in July 2025 designed to manufacture grounds for his termination. Project mismanagement. He claims the art team for his unannounced project was reassigned during the catastrophic mismanagement of Halo campaign evolved, leading to his role being falsely labeled as redundant. Legal and institutional claims. Compliance failures. Israel asserts that Microsoft's business conduct and compliance department failed to act despite having daily visibility into the alleged harassment. Statutory violations. He specifically alleges that Microsoft violated RCW 49.12.250, a Washington state law regarding employee personnel records, and failed to meet its penalty obligations. Israel has publicly advised against seeking employment at the organization, stating that employees' expertise and efforts are not respected or fairly compensated.
And now I'm going to give you my assistant's claims of Microsoft's rebuttal or Microsoft's outlining or defense when it comes to said claims from former art director Glenn Israel.
As of early April 2026, Microsoft has not issued a formal, public rebuttal to Glenn Israel's specific allegations. Instead, the company's response has primarily been reflected through its internal HR processes and administrative actions, which Israel himself has described as dismissive. Based on Israel's public account, Microsoft's internal stance can be summarized as follows. 1. Internal, out-of-scope, rulings. Israel claims that when he escalated his complaints to Microsoft's workplace investigation team and business conduct and compliance department, the complaints were returned as out of scope. This suggests that Microsoft's internal investigators determined the issues did not meet the specific criteria for a company-level policy violation, or they viewed them as departmental management disputes rather than systemic misconduct. 2. Characterization of role as redundant. The company's most direct, official action was the termination of Israel's position in late 2025. Microsoft's formal justification for this was role redundancy. They claimed that due to a reorganization, specifically the reassignment of the art team from Israel's unannounced project to Halo campaign evolved, his position was no longer necessary. Israel, conversely, labels this a plainly retaliatory act. 3. HR silence and compartmentalization. Israel alleges that Microsoft's Global Employee Relations GER department deliberately compartmentalized the investigation to avoid accountability. He claims a GER director initially promised an investigation but then disallowed the consideration of his original complaints. Investigators refused to interview primary witnesses he provided. One representative allegedly told him the investigation would be quashed upon their very first contact. 4. Silence on legal claims. Microsoft has not publicly addressed Israel's claim that they violated RCW 49.12.250 Washington state law regarding the right of employees to inspect their personnel files or his claims of catastrophic mismanagement regarding the Halo franchise. Context of the rebrand. It is worth noting that these events occurred during a period of massive transition for the studio. Microsoft recently rebranded 343 Industries to Halo Studios and announced a shift to Unreal Engine 5. While the company has been vocal about this new dawn for the franchise, they have remained silent on the specific human resources and management allegations raised by their former art director.
Now, I know you guys saying, yo, King, you did some AI stuff. Yeah. I did that based upon the fact that I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss any aspect of this. You understand? Because there's a complaint and then there's a rebuttal. So in giving the complaint, I want Glenn Israel's complaint to stand on its own. I want you to understand. Here at Xbox Frontline News, I may love Xbox. I may not like Microsoft that much. But right is right and wrong is wrong, and holding people to the fire when things go wrong and pointing out atrocities and wrongdoing needs to be done. So I won't ever turn a blind eye to somebody making a claim until all truth is bare. Then we will continue to investigate. We will continue to report on it. We will continue to talk about it. Some channels won't. Some channels will duck the fade, or some channels will sensationalize it. There's nothing here to be sensationalized. It's something here to be concerned with. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This is pretty much damning stuff, right? When you look at it. When you look at it at the surface, it's pretty damning. But I can say this, right? What I would need is current employees with immunity speaking out to investigative journalists that we support and believe in. And also, I would like to point out that I think this was done on a grander scale. I think this was done to Sarah Bond. I think this was done to Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name. I think pushing out employees at any level that has been there for a long period of time, depending on your status, is based upon how you treat it. He highlighted some stuff called political gamesmanship. I think, honestly, politics plays a huge part in a lot of these large companies. I was with a large company, and I had a bumper sticker that wasn't favorable to a certain party. I was working for a publication that was in favor of the party that was being smeared by my bumper sticker. My termination came on a day that I went in sick to cover, but a higher up saw that bumper sticker. And I know they did because they commented on it. And I was let go a day or two later. I realized no one should ever know your political leanings, because based upon that, they make assumptions about your outlook, where you will go, how you think, how you act, what type of person you are, based upon their disdain for whatever political party it is. It's a reason why I don't talk politics on this channel. It's a reason why I don't talk religion on this channel. It's a reason why I don't do a lot of those things. Because based upon people's ignorance and their dogma, you can be ostracized based upon those things. We will find out more when it comes to what truly happened to Glenn Israel, former art director over at Halo Studios, formerly 343. He's been there that long that the name change happened under his watch. Glenn Israel should be heard, but so should the truth. Because remember, there's two sides to every story. Two people can experience the same thing at the same time, but have two different interpretations of the facts. So whatever the facts are, the truth lies somewhere in between. And getting to those facts, so those facts can actually come out, is a high priority at Xbox Frontline News. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. I want you to do what I'm going to do, what you should be doing. I want you to go with game is game and win is win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass.
Real hustlers, they'll try everything. Work in Madison Square Garden, he'll flip burgers. That didn't work. Oh, that's a real hustler right there, a real grinder. Somebody, oh, that didn't work, I'm going to try this. Oh, that didn't work, I'm going to try this. Hey, man, and keep a sense of humor while you failing, and keep on laughing, and watch them breaks come, and watch God just bless you. Bam!